you can't get to the mud flats until the tide goes down to search. And I did. I noticed it and was like, all right. So I like didn't bring any digging tools with me, so I'm using like broken glass that's on the surface to like pick around the edge of it. And when it popped out, I'm like, you're kidding, it's intact. Like, no way. So that was pretty exciting. So yeah, I managed one mudlarking trip and one detecting trip before the end of the year, and I really wasn't sure I was going to be able to do either. So that was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you got to get out. I love finding the marbles, like you
Hmm.
said, and especially those old clay marbles. But speaking of marbles, yeah, I know Jackie'd gotten some marbles at the Money Creek, and she found three, and then a half of one, and I only found two. But guess what I got for Christmas?
Ooh,
I
what'd you
hear
get?
you got a really cool book too. So
Ooh.
I got a marble book. It's not as
Yay.
it is all American are marbles. So um, um, I think I sent you the name of the title. And right now, what is the title of my book? Do you remember?
I
Yeah, I
don't.
gotta look. I gotta look.
Um, Scrolling wicked
Maybe I
fast.
don't.
It's called Popular American Marbles
Okay,
by
there we go.
Dean Six, Louise Metzer, and Michael Johnson.
So I love the photos in it, like yours. It's got the photos and it's got the history
Hmm.
and all that. So I can't wait to look at it more. And who knows, maybe I got some marbles worth a lot of money. Never
Ooh,
know.
yeah,
But
that's
I
cool.
know you have an epic hardback marble book that's really cool that I got to check out last time. So Amanda's got the best collection of books like the marbles, buttons, um, Civil War relics, Revolutionary War relics, all kinds of different really cool stuff, the kind of stuff that we find all the time. So tell them what book you got for Christmas this year.
Yes, so it's pretty neat. It's called Echoes of Glory. It's a Time Life three-piece hard cover set, and it has arms and equipment of the Union, arms and equipment of the Confederacy, and an illustrated atlas of the Civil War. So it's kind of got stuff that's in the other books that I have, like, the equipment and the buttons and whatnot, and the guns and all that. But it shows them, like, it will show the full jacket, it will show the full gun, it has all the
Oh,
information about it all. Um, really nice reference book. I'd say, I'm pretty sure they're out there. Obviously, John found this at a bookstore on the way home. He knows that I love the reference books, and this will definitely be used like all the others. And
right.
it is. If you're going by flea markets, antique stores, library sales, definitely check that type of stuff out. It's crazy to think, you know, I think I have a wish list on like Noble, not Noble. What is the name of the bookstore? Maybe it is Noble.
Barnes and Noble?
Barnes and Noble. Yeah, I have a wish list on Barnes and Noble, and it's crazy how much antique and collectible books cost.
Oh,
um,
yeah.
they're
You remember
just,
that bottle book that I bought that you and I were mudlarking and we met up with your friend that you had
mhm,
met and talked to? And he had all those bottles and books and he was like giving me bottles.
yep,
I bought that antique bottle book from him like super cheap. I think like $1 or
yeah.
$5, something like that. And I ended up giving it to Zola at the time because she was so into bottle digging. You just don't realize how expensive those books are in those stores. I mean, I know you've got books that are probably worth what, $300
Yeah, they're
or
worth
more.
more than my detector if I more than a couple of my detectors. I'm like, because they're also a couple are autographed. So,
Oh, that's even better. Yeah. Speaking of books, an update. I know now a lot of you have been asking me. So there was a little bit of a hang up with the guy that was working on my book, but we've got it rolling again. And so let's just say very soon my book will be coming out. So I very, very soon. And once we get it finished and I get it uploaded to Amazon, I will be letting you all know. He's started work on it right before New Year's, so finishing it up, the last part. So I'm excited, and as soon as that does happen, Amanda was mentioning she has some autograph books. I'll be giving away some autographed books on the podcast, and we'll do like one each week until I give those first ones that I order away. Other than that, I've been getting a lot of requests for the autographs, and I'm not going to have time being traveling and stuff to be able to ship and manage all that. So you might have to catch me at one of those hunts and just bring it, and I'll be happy to autograph it for you. But you'll have a chance to win one on here. So Amanda and I've got that coming up.
Yeah, that's exciting. That's exciting. And I let Mike know I slacked on the post office. I'm not sure if your post office is like mine, Gypsy, but it's tiny. And it seemed like every time I went, there was a line out the door. So I was like, yep, this isn't happening. Yeah. Not happening until after the holidays. Yeah, that will be in the mail tomorrow. So I'm excited to get that out. And
I know he's ready for that. Yeah. That's exciting. So you autographed it?
I did.
That is too cool.
Yep.
That is so cool. I'll have to get you to autograph my first copy of my book because you're in it.
Yes. So, yep. And I have the first one, and you'll have to sign. Actually, did you sign? You might have signed mine when you came up.
I can't remember. If you got me to or not.
Not sure. So where we didn't have a final show in 2023, and we like to, vocalize what we hope to find and do this upcoming year, I wanted to ask, do you have, a couple favorite finds from 2023 that you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, sure. So 2023 has been a weird year for me. And I know it has for a lot of us. I wouldn't say, like, the previous year, I must have found a lot of bucket listers. I mean, the previous year, 2022 and 2021, all those. This year, I didn't really find many bucket listers, but I will say that some of the ones that stand out to me was some of my most recent things was the barrel tap from the 1500s from that I found in the Netherlands. So
yeah, that's
that right
awesome.
there is one of my most favorite finds from this year. Another thing that y'all haven't seen yet, it's a silver glider pin from World War II. I'll have that video before too long. Another video that you haven't seen yet is when I was in Arkansas, I got to dig for some arrowheads, and I found some beautiful bird tip. I never found bird tip arrowheads, and these are beautiful. So that was another one of some of my favorite finds from 2023. Also, probably my gold pendant, 14 karat gold communion pendant that I found. James Avery. Usually, I've got lots of gold and silver rings to choose from. This year, I don't. I probably found the least amount of rings than I've ever found.
Really?
Probably because I just didn't. I only hunted in the river twice. this year, and I'm used to going to the beaches and the rivers and finding all kinds of, you know, um,
Yeah, jewelry and whatnot.
that kind of thing, jewelry and stuff. So as for jewelry, I guess that gold pendant that I found this year, James Avery silver chain I found, a railroad lock key, that was a bucket lister for me. So, got a couple seated dimes. That was nice, but it's still not a bucket lister. Not like a trime that somebody found first time we brought her to Maine.
Well, I mean,
And
you got a dreidel this year. That's on my list because it was.
I did get a dreidel. I forgot about the dreidel. Both of us, yeah, you and I were both wanting to find a dreidel, and we both did the same weekend.
Yep.
I guess my favorite of the whole year, I found a War of 1812 button. It's a small cuff button, but I absolutely love it. That's one of my favorites in the barrel tap. And then the most odd, cool find that I found was a rooster buckle. I love that thing. I know it's weird, but I like it. So, yeah, those are my favorite finds.
That's awesome.
Let's hear about yours. I want to hear yours.
I agree. It was a different type of year. I obviously I've got the spread out right now trying to catalog everything, and I'm going, geez, it just doesn't seem like it's been in the past. Which, with weather, family, things that came up, obviously, the hobby had to take a back seat for a good portion of it. But
right.
yeah, I mean, let's see, the acro agate ashtray I got because I didn't know what it was. It looked like a tiny insulator that was green and it glows under black light. And come to find out, it's 1920s ashtray for a car, which was really neat. So that was definitely one of my top finds. Then the dreidel, just because I had had it on my list for a while, so it was really neat to get. I found the largest Bennington marble mudlarking that I've ever found, and it's intact
Cool.
and it's in phenomenal shape. So it managed to go into the dump and not get incinerated and not get damaged by, other stuff landing on it. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And then I do have to say I found my first arrowheads as well this year. And that was that event in itself, just a ton of memories. It was a great time,
That's super cool.
And then I'd have to say there's one of the buttons that I posted, it says Reform on it. Now I know I talked about it on the show and I posted it online and on the different forums. There's no record of the button, this type of button. It's a one piece and it's probably patriotic. And it's really neat to find something that's not in a book yet. So that is definitely, it's tiny. It's a little cuff button and it says Reform and really neat.
Really?
Yeah. So
I need to post a photo of that.
Yep.
Cool.
And then the little handmade copper bicycle that I found with you guys this spring.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking? My favorite two finds from that trip. That's probably one of my favorite finds that was found there. But let's see, that treasure chest thing that Jackie found.
Yes, yeah.
I love that. It's on one of my shelves in my relic room. Also, I think my favorite find that I found from that trip was that little bitty metal bead thing with the elephant on it.
The elephant bead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Who was it that found some? You found partial teeth, right?
Yeah, I